San Francisco Bay Area. Anna Spathis here, and I've got a question for you. Have you wanted to find somebody to help you organize your home because it's just a clutter of a mess? Or maybe that closet that you know could be better organized and your clothes wouldn't be so wrinkly, or you'd at least be able to find your purse or your shoes without great stress and drama. We've got the gal for you. Her name is Christina Artemis. She's our guest today. We've also got Aravit Nikajian and Misha Morgray, both agents here at Sterling Homes. And we're asking the questions for you. What does Christina do for you? What does she offer? How does she get you better organized? And OMG, she can't come to you, or you just don't want her in your house, but you want her help. The phone will get you everything you need because she does it virtually also. She offers classes. By the way, she can help you pack up. And if you're moving across country or into another country itself, she's got the connections to help you organize that too. You'll find out she's quite a resource for all of this. All right. Until we see again, enjoy the interview today.
Hi, San Francisco and Bay Area. My name is Arivik. I'm with Sterling Homes. I would love to introduce you today a guest speaker. We have Christina Artemis. She's our professional personal organizer. And we have our team members with Sterling Homes, Anna Spathis. Hi, Anna.
Hello there. Hi.
We have Misha Morgray. Hi, Misha. And finally, our main speaker is Christina Artemis. Hi, Christina. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you today. We have a lot of clients that when we sell the property and they have everything in their boxes and they want to start fresh, and we would love to refer them to you to help them organize their closet or kitchen. Please tell us a little bit about yourself, what exactly entails to be a personal organizer, and we'll go from there.
Sure. Well, first, just a little bit of background. I'm a native San Franciscan, born and raised. I have a background. I'm a classically trained actor. I had a theater company in Chicago and an aerial dance company here in San Francisco. I've worked in retail my entire life, and the last 12 years, I've been doing professional organizing. And I love it because everyone thinks organizing is about your stuff, but it's really about the individual, and I love people. And so my job is to help you recognize what you no longer need, which is no longer working for you, and getting rid of it, and then creating space moving forward that supports your life and continues to elevate your life. So I love it. It's not about perfection. It's really about how you feel.
That's amazing. Oh my God. So what exactly services you provide? Do you do personal shopping, arranging the furniture, setting up the kitchen? Just a little bit more about exactly the services you provide, please, Christina.
Yeah, I work with people either one-on-one, virtually. I do online classes, but I do the whole house. Do your whole business, and we will go room by room, discovering exactly what you can let go of, and then, how do you get rid of it? Do you donate it? Do you sell it? Does it have to go to the garbage? What to do there, and then setting up systems again that creates a better way of you functioning in your space, because everybody works differently and everybody understands things differently. It's not about what I think you should do. It's about what's appropriate for you and your lifestyle moving forward. And if people want product right away, I can always do the shopping for them. Usually we'll just work together online and see what's available, have it delivered directly to the house, and then set the space up. And we do end up moving furniture, because once you remove all the things that aren't working for you, you begin to see your space in a different way, and you think, oh, you know what? That picture needs to go someplace else. This couch we need to shift. But if you want to move like workout furniture, I would outsource that. I can't move that. And then, I do everything. I work with businesses, cleaning out their entire space and realigning it. So whatever space you have, I can organize it.
Christina, that brings me to the question, you mentioned homes and businesses, so different sized properties that you're organizing. Is there kind of a average amount of time that a typical job runs?
It's so no, because everybody's needs are different. So I have clients who are like, I just want you to help me with my desk. And they have this little postage stamp desk, and that might take 3 to 4 hours. And, it's never just the one little space. Every space is interconnected. We think it's just our desk, but then we figure out everything that's on our desk doesn't need to live there anymore, and it can go someplace else. So then we get into that secondary space, and then that's, it's all connected. First session, if I do in person, is a minimum of 4 hours. You really need that amount of time to make some progress. But I have clients that I work with just once for 4 hours, and I have clients that I work with for weeks at a time. And then I have clients that I work with for years. I have a lot of repeat clients who I come in quarterly to their homes or their businesses, or bi-yearly, and we just do an overhaul. Is this still working for you? Is it not working for you? I have one business where she has a sort of a mini assembly line, and she continuously is changing her business. So every 16 to 18 months, we get in there and we just do a major overhaul. And that we'll do in 2 or 3 days. So it's just a matter of what someone's personal needs are. I just had a client call me, and they have a 5-bedroom home that they want to clear out, but they want to inventory everything. So something like that will take a lot of time, and that you're going to need a huge crew for. So it's just dependent on what the job is.
So does that mean the size of your team fluctuates based on the job? Like sometimes it's...
Yeah. So I actually just work by myself, but I am a member of NAPO, which is the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Consultants. And I'm a member of the local and national chapter, and we have an international chapter. And so if ever I have a larger job, I just reach out to them and say who's available. And then you're already getting a seasoned professional organizer. So you've got a great team who can work really well together.
And you mentioned having things shipped to the site, like I'm picturing in my head, like a container store run on containers or something.
Well, yeah.
You don't have to have it on hand. You help them pull in what they need to.
Yes, we can. Biggest challenge, and it's getting much better, but obviously when COVID hit, the pandemic, shipping was just so strange. And last year I worked on a job, and it took over 5 months to get all of the product because it just wasn't available. That is no longer as deep of a problem, but if you go to one container store, you might need 14 containers of one size, but they only have 12. So then you have to order the other 2 or go to another location. So sometimes you can get everything in one shopping run, and other times it's just easier to order it online and then just have it shipped and have everything come all at once, maybe a week or 2 later.
Thank you, Christina. And so just if you can share with us, what's the biggest challenges you had before?
So I feel very fortunate that it's not that I'm not challenged, but because I'm a member of NAPO and we have a chat room that is continuously running, you can just type in, hey, listen, I'm discovered I'm doing something I've never done before. Can you tell me something about it? And all of the organizers on NAPO are so generous with their education, their knowledge, and their information. They'll send you, this is what I did with a client. They'll send you pictures. Here's an organization. It's back east, but you can call them and they'll talk to so-and-so. So if I am challenged, I immediately go to NAPO, and it's like I've got the world at my fingertips. It's very supportive. And so I haven't had a problem that I couldn't solve. So that I feel very fortunate.
So this whole NAPO thing is kind of new to me. It sounds like also, so do I have this right? You have someone who's going to move to New York. You help package them up, They make it over there. And one of your NAPO colleagues, associates, you've probably already organized together and going to take care of that client on the other end. Is that how that works? Like?
So that's what's so wonderful. So NAPO, you can connect with people. I had a client moving from here to England, and I didn't know anybody in England, but I just got on and I said, who's in England? Who's in this area code in this town? Will you travel to this area? I have my client. These are her needs. And I found 3 or 4 organizers and I sent them all to her. She chose which one she felt was the best fit. And I still keep in contact with that organizer today. So it's an incredible organization. We also have business partners. If someone is like, you know what, I need everything to be hauled out of my house and taken to store. I need a specific style of design system for my closets, or I want a garage system. We have business partners who do all of that stuff for us. So I've got great resources available to me. It's a wonderful organization.
Well, I could see how it could make some of those unknowns just a little bit easier. You've got a resource for you. Wow.
Yeah, we have monthly meetings, and every chapter has a monthly meeting, and anyone can be invited to those meetings. So, and it's always something to do with our industry, and our industry runs the gamut. We have people who do organizing just for medical records all the way to international moving. So, and everything in between. So I'm continuously taking the classes, looking at the meetings, and they have conference recordings for all of their conferences if you couldn't make it. So I feel like I'm always up on what's the next thing happening in the industry. And if I'm not, again, I can scour the website and find what I need.
So really, you're, as a realtor, right, that he could reach out to you, get kind of a bigger picture, and then figure out, do we just connect our client with you, or can you answer one of our questions very quickly? But you seem to be a good point person for some of that stuff. What's your, sorry, yes?
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. You can use me as a resource. I mean, that's what I feel. I feel very lucky that NAPO, all of the organizers are just really generous with the information that they have. And I'm happy to answer anybody's questions, you know, even if they don't want to use me, but they're like, listen, I've got a small move. Do you have a mover? You know, I need someone to sell my crystal set of whatever. Who do I talk to?
To another question, Christina, is that means you're helping with estate sale, or you have a connection with them?
I have a connection. I don't do estate sales myself. I used to be in retail, so I love selling, but that is something that I leave to the people who've been doing that for a long time. And so that's just all dependent on the county that you're in, because people don't normally travel. And usually people who do estate sales have connections with all of the secondhand sellers in that area, all of the fine art people, all of the people who deal with rugs, who deal with everything in the home, but also artwork. And so they have everybody that you'll need for the full estate sale. So I can always be a resource for, you know, who should we contact?
Hey, Christina. Okay, here's the question that everyone's thinking right now. What's it cost?
Okay.
How do you find out more? You know, I'm sure every job is different, but what's a good general rule of thumb?
So I will tell you, organizers range between $40 an hour to $250 an hour. Some people do hourly, some people do project-based. Because I work for myself, I just do hourly. And I've been in business 12 years, and I raised my prices last year for the first time. And I thought, hey, you gotta raise your prices every year. But I charge personally $85 an hour with a 4-hour minimum for in-person organizing. And then every session after that is a minimum of 3 hours. I do virtual organizing. That's a 3-hour package, but that is $55 an hour. So much less for people who are more attuned to working on their own, but just needing support. And then I do online classes. I just started. If you don't have a lot of time, that's just 1 hour, and it's usually specific to an area. And that's just $69, because I really want people to understand the benefit of relieving your space of negative feelings, things that make you feel uncomfortable, things from your past that no longer serve you. Because our space stresses us out, and we are completely immune to it. We don't even notice it anymore. Like right now, I'm looking at a dead plant in my office, and every time I look at it, I think, oh, I should, you know, recycle that and compost that. And it irritates me. And then we allow that irritation into our day, right? We just don't notice those little tiny tripwires that we've set up from our past, but our life has changed now in the future, and we never bring our past. We never bring our space up to date with us.
So when you go to someone's house and you help them organize, I know like movers, well, some movers are bonded and insured. Is this something that also you bring with your program?
I am insured. Yes. And I feel very grateful that in 12 years, I've never had a problem.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the virtual staging. My mind just exploded. I don't understand.
So just like this, we're on a Zoom call or a Google chat. So people will either have their phone or their laptop or both, and we will just look at their space. And then and then we'll just set up their laptop or their phone. Usually people will buy a tripod for their phone just so it can stay stationary. And it can be very far away, so I'm getting the broad view, or it can be right up close on what we're doing. And we just go through, what's the next step? Let's tackle this. Let's make sure you're making your pile for donation, recycle, shred, the ones that you're giving to your family. Then I'll write up a list of, sort of homework for them to do in between our session. But I have a client who has zero reception where she lives, and she's in the East Coast. And we just do a phone consult. She'll just send me pictures, text message me pictures of her space, and we just do it over the phone. We don't even let technology be a problem for us.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. It's so cool.
I love that you're such a coach.
I do a lot of coaching, even though, I haven't trained, but it's a lot of coaching. Yeah.
So Christina, that brings me to another question. How do you deal with the emotional attachment when people have stuff that they just don't think it needs to go?
Right. So, and here's the thing. So you might be in a relationship with someone and your kids and your parents or your coworkers, if you work in a big group, and, everybody's like, we can't stand that thing. It's time for it to go, but it means something to you. It really means something to you. So the question is keeping it distracting you from moving forward in your life? And if it's something small, do you need to have it out in the open, or can it go in a memory box? Things like paperwork, letters, maybe even like, your wedding dress, we don't put out on display in the living room. We know that the wedding dress is a part of a memory that we want to keep. And so it's usually in a box somewhere in the closet, or, hermetically sealed somewhere. We take good care of it because we want to save that. So there are other things in your life that are, what is something that is more memory oriented, that you don't necessarily need to have physically out in the space, but that you want to keep and you can revisit. And if you're really struggling with letting go, and the question is it keeping you from moving forward in your life? So I have clients who it's hard for them to let go of paper, but they've got stacks of paper everywhere. So my question to them is keeping that piece of paper going to benefit your life? Or is it going to keep you stuck with all the stacks of paper? And there's certain things that they have to keep, because paperwork, you have to keep certain types of paperwork, but things that they're keeping because they're not sure about, once we put it into perspective of, is it going to keep your piles going up, or is it going to bring them down? They can usually let go of it. And it's different for everyone. So here's a story. I had a client who kept something in her closet, and she's one of my clients, repeat clients that I work with every year. And we went through the whole house. And in 1 year, we came back to the second bedroom in the closet. And she said, why did I keep that? And I said, oh, well, you said you were going to use it for blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. I'm never going to keep that. And she's like, that was so dumb. I wasted an entire year. And I said, well, no, you didn't waste the year. You needed that full amount of time to circle back to recognize it wasn't valuable for you. And so it's really important that you don't get rid of things that you're not ready to get rid of, because you want to have a really good response to every action that you're taking, because eventually things will begin to talk to you and tell you, hey, you no longer need me. I'm ready to go. And you can say goodbye.
You are clearly a therapist / coach. I mean, that comment was really good.
Yeah, it really lends loving people, and it really lends itself to this business.
That's a lovely way to say it. Loving. Yeah.
I really do.
Thank you, Christina. Does anybody else have any questions for Christina? Any comments?
I do. I'm assuming most of your business is referral, or should they find you online? How do they find you?
Yeah, I have a ton of referral business. A lot of people, tell their friends and their families and their coworkers about me. But I do have a website. It's artemisorganizing.com, and that's ARD as in David. And you can go there and look through my website. And I also post regularly on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn if you want to see more of my philosophy or see what I do. And you can always email me at Christina@artemisorganizing.com if you just have questions, or sign up for a free phone.
We'll have your information posted whenever we post this, wherever we post it. We'll definitely be providing our clients and just anyone who's watching our YouTube channel or anything like that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Well, this is amazing, Christina. Thank you so much. We have definitely learned a lot from you, and looking forward to partner up with you, and definitely will refer to our clients. You have so much assets you can offer that it's amazing. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It was so wonderful to get to meet you, Anna and Misha, and Arvik. I appreciate you inviting me.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right. that was it. Let us know what you thought about that. And I hope you got some value out of that last interview. This is Anna Spathis with Sterling Homes. All of us here at Sterling Homes want to help enrich your life through real estate. All you have to do is ask, what are your questions? What are your fears? What are your successes? And how can we help? That's why we are here. We've been doing this since 2004, and we're going to keep on doing it and helping people, and we're going to enrich their lives through real estate. Hope we can do that for you too. Bye.